Good afternoon, people of God. I just want to share a quick word with y'all that I received yesterday in church from Matthew. Matthew 4 talks about how Jesus came to Andrew and Peter and how he asked them to follow him and that he'll make them fishers of men. So that they dropped everything that they had and they followed him. But the person that I want to focus on the most is Peter, because throughout Matthew, Peter's humanity is shown, and that's humanity is what we all struggle with. It's our flesh is what we struggle with, and I just want to explain to y'all how our past cannot dictate God's calling on our life. So in Matthew chapter 26, Jesus tells Peter that he's going to deny him 3 times, and Peter denies that. So when they took Jesus and Peter followed them afar off, he went into the palace, and when people was pointing him out saying that he followed Jesus, Peter he cursed and he swear, saying that he don't know who Jesus was. So he had to speak in an ungodly way to prove that he didn't follow Jesus. And when the cock crowed after that, he remembered what Jesus said about before the cock crowed, you're going to deny me 3 times. And Peter, he wept bitterly. And in that last line, it said that he wept bitterly. So in that, Peter, when he remembered it, he was broken. He was torn down because he saw how much he needed God in his life. He saw that just because he say something he's not going to do, that doesn't mean he's not going to do it, because in our flesh, we fall short, and we do all fall short of the glory of God. And God was just trying to show him that we do need him. Like, he's our strength. He's our source of power. God gives us resources to use, but he is the source. And he was just trying to show Peter that you can't do nothing without me. In John, it talks about how God is divine and we are the branches, and without him we are nothing, which is true, because without him we are nothing, literally. And in Acts 2, it talks about how Peter was talking about the remission of sins and baptism, and in that day 3,000 souls were saved. They received the word. So I just wanted to show y'all how the process of God, when he calls you, of making you into a fisher of men, he has to make you, and then you go through the breaking, and then you go through the saving. Peter, despite how he treated God and what he did to Jesus during that time, he still became the man that Jesus said he was going to, that will make him to be. And he was just showing him that despite your humanity, despite your imperfection, I can still use you. God can use anybody, so don't let nobody tell you that you can't be used by God and that you aren't worth anything, because you are worth something in God. Love y'all.